You know what's weird? I feel like I've made about 1 million videos on Webtoon at this point, and to me, it seems like it should be incredibly obvious to everyone that Webtoon is a big old scam, and specifically English Webtoon. That is what I always focus on in my videos, and you'll see why I'm focusing on the English platform specifically in this video later on, but I've done things exposing how they boost their numbers, they lie about things, they have bot comments, they do all these different shady things, and yet people do not seem to care. So I was thinking to myself, well, what the heck do I do? Like, what more can I tell these people? And then I just so happen to have a person creating Webtoon content in my Discord. I will not say the name of them or the series now because I'm not sure if they would like that. But I got to talking with them about what it's like to upload on Webtoon because I was curious how much work does the site do for you, how hard is it, etc. And I started to realize, like, wait, this website slash app is a complete scam. It is just stealing from people. And I was like, well, your boy got to make a video about this. So, first off, let's address why I am focusing exclusively on the English language version of Webtoon because people have told me many, many times, hey, the English Webtoon is so trash, blah, 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 don't use it. And they question, why do I continue to focus on it? Well, in this case, Webtoon actually kind of decided for me. So I went ahead and Googled because I was curious what Webtoon's creator revenue split was. And on their website, one of the first things that comes up, the first text that comes up is Webtoon has paid English language creators over $27 million since 2020. And that is apparently a quote from Forbes.com. And so that's why I'm focusing on English language creators because on their own website, on the Making Money tab of Creators 101, they brag about how much they paid English language creators, which I'm a little bit confused about because all the most successful webtoons are just stolen content from Korea. We'll get more into that. Um, but I'm a little confused if technically they're saying that they don't pay Koreans very much, or if they're saying Korean studios that are willing to play ball and let us translate to English or presumably translate for themselves, they make money. I don't know. But next up, I want to address the actual revenue split that you receive from Webtoon. Now it's right here. It's very easy. You can literally just Google Webtoon revenue split. You'll find the same exact thing I did. The creators can earn 50% from ads displayed on their series! Exclamation point. Isn't that amazing? 50%. No, that's really bad. 50% of the ad revenue right away. So we'll address sort of contemporaries later, I guess. But that's also not mentioning anything about coins, I believe they're called, which is the um, currency that you pay for on Webtoon in order to get a fast pass to future chapters of a series, which is basically a scam in and of itself. But it doesn't say anything about revenue split from that. And so I have no idea if that is offered. I literally don't know if creators make any money from that. It's not mentioned. And I would personally assume that if they were paying creators in that way, they would brag about that as well. But nope, the only thing they talk about is creators can earn 50% from ads displayed on their series. So let's talk about that. Is 50% bad? Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. That is like closing in on machinima levels of revenue splits, and everyone remembers what happened to machinima. They went down in flames. Everyone realized, wait, this is ass. Just to give you some context, YouTube at its base level gives creators 55% of ad revenue, but they also give you percentages of things like YouTube Premium, and they give you tons of different ways to make money, and you get to access their entire platform. So YouTube gives you a higher base revenue split, more revenue streams, cuts from YouTube Premium revenue, and on top of that, you get all of their infrastructure, and not to mention the fact that YouTube has an unimaginably higher overhead than Webtoon. Webtoon has some very basic level hosting. They don't put any money into site design. I've talked about that before, about how they probably made an unpaid intern make their website because it's so trash. So they don't put any money into optimization or changing things on their website. And their overhead is, I mean, we're talking like 1% of 1% of YouTube's overhead, and YouTube still gives you a better revenue split. So another thing that Webtoon does that I personally find, what's the right word, deplorable maybe, is they take series often from Korea. Korea is the most victimized here that I have seen. They give them a new name, which is really strange. That could probably be a video in and of itself. And they intentionally throttle the amount of chapters that are released. So, um, what happens is that there are many more chapters available freely on the internet than Webtoon is showing you, right? There is a few examples I've written down just because I looked through for like 5 minutes and checked against like other sites on the internet. Some good examples are Lookism, Teenage Mercenary, Seed, and Kill the Dragon are all very, very far behind, even including Fast Pass. A lot of these series are quite far behind in terms of chapters. And honestly, the only series that are caught up or near caught up are actually ones, from what I could tell, that have been on hiatus, that have announced that like a season has ended and they're going on hiatus or taking a break for some reason. That's like the only time that YouTube ends up. Did I just say YouTube? Webtoon, how, Jesus, what, YouTube should sue me for making that mistake. But it seems to be the only time that Webtoon can catch up is when a series goes on hiatus. I also think it's kind of weird that they change series names. I'm assuming they changed them to the names that they think will be more marketable, but it's very strange seeing things on Webtoon that are named differently than you'll see them like everywhere on the internet. And again, I'm assuming they do this for marketability, and I have to feel like the studios and creators behind the series probably don't like that, but end up not having a choice because, Webtoon is probably offering them some money and they need the money, so they don't really have a choice but to meet Webtoon's demands. I've just always thought it was really, really weird that they changed the names when it's not like, I don't know, it's not like Mercenary Enrollment is hard, like more difficult for the English mind to grasp than Teenage Mercenary. And for a while, I thought, I sat and I thought about this and I was like, well, for the most part, content on Webtoon is trash. Non Korean Webtoon content is among the worst fiction that has ever been created by humans. Things like Unordinary really shouldn't exist. And when I think about it, I'm like, okay, 50% of any amount of revenue is like insanely generous for something like Unordinary. Any human being could shit out something Unordinary tier in like 5 seconds. So 50% of anything is too much, but there are a lot of people who probably put many, many hours in to hit those goals that they need to for revenue splits and then make like almost no money. And a site is taking 50% of your revenue and offering you like almost nothing. The Webtoon algorithm, if it even exists, is trash. The way it promotes new series is garbage. It seems completely random. Like, I've had the same Webtoon app for so long and it is so bad at recommending me new series. I never ever 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 click on the series it recommends me because it seems like it is literally completely random compared to a site like YouTube that is frighteningly good at recommending you videos and just keeping you going, keeping you consuming content. Webtoon is trash. It offers you almost nothing. You have to go through it doesn't even offer you automatic reformatting. You have to format images yourself. It is mind-blowing that this company thinks it's okay to take 50%, half of the money from people who give it its purpose. I mean, without people creating, it's so strange. I would be shocked. I would have been honestly shocked if it was 20%. I would have thought it was like a 90-10 split based on how little Webtoon gives people. If I had my own like webcomic site like this, if I had my own equivalent to Webtoon, 90-10 is probably the split I would go with. Maybe 80-20 if I was feeling real greedy that day. But I don't even know, I don't know enough about this scene to know that many good alternatives to Webtoon, unfortunately. It seems like Webtoon managed to muscle their way in at the right time and I wouldn't say stranglehold, but they definitely hold the lion's share of this demographic because in terms of legal streaming, most people read these sites or read these on other sites illegally. I think I shouldn't say illegally because that makes it sound bad when really you have the moral high ground reading it on those sites. But I don't know what to tell Webtoon creators. It's kind of like, fuck, dude. I don't know. Maybe just find a new passion because it's insulting that Webtoon would take 50% of the money from these people. This has been an incoherent rant. I understand that, but this has been driving me crazy. I cannot believe that Webtoon takes 50% of the money for nothing. They don't do anything. They don't even improve their. So what are they doing with the money? Well, I mean, we all know what they're doing with the money, but at least use a little bit of that money to make a better website, please. That's it for this video. If you are a Webtoon creator and you want advice or help, feel free to join my Discord. I'm always there and I'm always ready to talk. I can give writing advice. I can give anything I have to offer. I will help you to the best of my abilities. I'm not an expert when it comes to Webtoon specifically, but I will help you as much as I can because honestly, fuck this platform. I want to see you scam them and I will help you do that however possible. Anyways, like I said, that's it for this video. I'll be back with the sickest video I've ever made very, very soon.